Oh hey, let's cook something. So we're gonna be making tomato soup, and it kind of comes in two parts. The first part is we're gonna put some food on a cookie sheet, and the second part is we're gonna cook some food in a pot. So let's get into it, bitch. All right, I got an onion here, and because it is such a fat ass motherfucking onion, I am just going to cut it in half and use half for this guy and the other half for the pot. So let's do that. And this is not my house. I'm staying at an Airbnb because I'm doing contract work, and it's not near where I live. So yeah. Before I go any further, there is one thing I wanted to mention that I personally think is really important for the soup. You of course can do this in other ways, but it just helps me. And no, this is not an ad. It just is like, makes it so easy for me. But I fucking love this shit. I bring it with me, and yeah, I forget what it's called, but it just grinds that soup up like a motherfucker. And yeah, you'll see how it'll come in handy later, but it's wonderful. It kind of matches my dress. The onion and I match. I'm gonna put one to the side. Mama told me, dun, 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 said when I'm gone, don't forget to pray, 'cause there'll be hard times. Hard times. Oh yeah, yeah. Who knows better than I? Gosh, the hardest thing, one of the hard things about having a speech impediment, because I'm deaf, I don't hear my speech impediment, but I can like feel it sometimes, because I went to a speech therapist when I was like 17, and he explained to me that when you're saying the word sh, it's sh, and when you're saying the word like sing, it's more like a smile, sing. Anyway, it's annoying because I know that I have it, but it's like really irritating to fix it, because to me, I don't have a lisp. It's y'all that's the problem, but I do have one. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Let me rinse my knife off actually. And now we're gonna cut up some tomato. I think they call them tomato on the vine. These are good. If you try other tomatoes, like, sorry, I don't know what all the different tomatoes are called, but there's quite a different kinds. Just know that whatever tomato you pick, that taste is what's gonna emanate your tomato soup. Not all tomatoes taste the same. And I say that because I made this once with like the tomatoes that you cut up to put on like a hamburger. And you would think they were like the same as these, but there is something just different about it, and it didn't taste as good, in my opinion. So I just wanted to share that. That's what I personally think. Misty Sarah Vaughan, the live version. I mean, every song she sings are like just so good. But I especially love that live one because the way she starts it. And real quick, this is just what I like to do. I like to cut off that part. But she starts off the performance by saying, "Hey everybody, I'm really sick. You know, I'm just coming from a cold. Thank you so much for having me." Like, she's just the sweetest thing. And you're like, "Oh my gosh, you have a cold, but you're here. You look great. Let's hear it. We're ready." And then after she says that little speech, she breaks out into the most fucking beautiful note. One of the most beautiful notes you will ever hear in your life. And I just love it so much because you're expecting like to hear a little bit of like she's like has a cold, but and I love the way she sings the song too, because she sings it like she actually has a crush on the guy. I think a lot of people sing music and there's like no soul in it. There's no like, it's like the experiences are locked up from being expressed in the song. And it just doesn't feel the same, you know? So I usually do it around like anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes, depending on my mood. But normally I would also put balsamic vinegar on it and some garlic salt, some onion salt, and some other seasonings that I have at home. But I'm not at home, so I just use the ones that they have at the Airbnb. Hello, cunts and cocks and nuts. Now for part 2. And perhaps about that much butter. I have not mastered caramelizing versus burning them. But from what I understand, you do have to caramelize for quite a while. Like I think like 20 minutes or more. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna put the heat to maybe like 3 and just kind of let it do its thing for a while. Because the onions take a while to caramelize, now we're gonna make an Irish soda bread. And I love making that because you don't have to wait for it to rise. You can just make it right away. I would say the only negative thing about the bread is I feel like I usually have to bake it for a bit longer because the outside will be really wonderful and crispy, but the inside will like be a little mushy. So you do have to like consider that whole chemistry in the cooking process when you're doing it. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get that bread going. Here are the ingredients. We got buttermilk, we got sugar, an egg, flour, salt, baking powder. I grabbed the wrong one. It's not baking powder. Very important to make this distinction. It's actually baking soda. And I brought this from home too. Put this guy. I don't think that's actually big enough. I just like the color because it matches this, but I think this would have been a better choice. And I think you're actually supposed to use your hands to mix the dough part. I'm doing that part wrong. Wait a minute. Back up. I hate this. And you can add spices to your dough as well. I just didn't bring any with me. But I'm gonna put this in the oven. I don't remember for how long, and I don't give a fuck because usually you can tell it's done by the way that it smells. So I just check it that way. I have a question for everybody out there. Do you say potato or potato? Tomato or tomato? Okay, that's that. But it goes perfect for what we're doing, right? Going to add these guys. So I you see, I'm the queen of burning things. But all of this is going to go in here. And I cut the bread already as well. So here we go. I feel like this is kind of close, so I'm gonna kind of wait. Right? Big difference. Yes. Yes! I'm excited. Ooh. And now, I'm just gonna let that hang out on low for another 10 minutes, and then it'll be all good to go. Dinner is almost ready. Soup is ready. Bread is ready. Hydration. Little flowers. I was already eating the bread because, like, who doesn't eat bread when it first comes out of the oven? Who would wait?